What's up, guys? Taju22 here, and welcome to the bonus match featured for Starrcade on day 6. And for all intents and purposes, this is the finale of Starrcade. And as Justin Roberts is explaining the rules, I'm just going to explain that there are 2 championships up for grabs, contested amongst 20 individuals. Sorry, I screwed up there. So yeah, 20 individuals will compete in this match. However, for those that qualified, two things come to mind. And number 1, you must not be a champion, and number 2, you must be a light heavyweight. The maximum weight limit is 250 pounds, and if you weigh over that, you don't qualify. So with that being said, here comes the 5-time WCW champion, Booker T. Well, anyways, we don't get to see Booker T very often, but with that said, it's nice to see him out for Starrcade, and it's only fitting that he comes to compete at a Starrcade, because this might be the only one we might have. You never know. I mean, I understand that for next season we have a whole different roster and a whole different set of arenas and a whole different concept altogether, but for Booker T to compete on Starrcade is only appropriate. I mean, he did headline a few Starrcades, mainly in the 90s, and as for the other person, here comes Stone Cold Steve Austin. He has headlined Starrcade before in the early 90s, but in the late 90s, early 2000s, he headlined WrestleMania. So you have 2 of the greatest of all time in this matchup. So you have Stone Cold and you have Booker T, and it just doesn't get any better than that. Let me just adjust myself here. So you have a Hall of Famer in Steve Austin, and you have a future Hall of Famer in Booker T. I mean, you have 2 of the greatest of all time, like I said before, and they're going to start this match up. But for them, they are at a disadvantage because they have to start the match with 18 others waiting in the wings to enter in this match. So you're not going to see a lot of big guys dominate a match like this because the weight limit, of course. And the runner-up in this match becomes the light heavyweight champion, while the winner of the overall winner becomes the Undisputed champion, and that's the top prize that these 2 men are going to be fighting over. Although Booker T is already in trouble at the hands of Austin, but it shouldn't be a surprise that Austin is the all-time, well, at one point he was the all-time leader in Rumble eliminations, as he just eliminated Booker T. So yeah, he held the record for eliminations at 36 until it was surpassed by another Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer, Shawn Michaels, who surpassed the record by 3 eliminations. And without wasting any time, he's going right after Sonic. I mean, Sonic, we saw him in day 2 when he took on our team, and our team won, but in fact, it was my good friend Digino who eliminated him from this match, but it was Stone Cold who eliminated him here in this match. And already Stone Cold is kicking some major ass by already eliminating 2 men. Just put my cup of coffee right here. And, well, Chavo Guerrero. I will say about Chavo is that he is one of the greatest cruiserweight champions of all time. But to go up against Austin, he may be out of his league. I don't know. We'll find out when Chavo gets in the ring with Austin. And here we go. Excuse me, folks. I drank a little too much there. And a back suplex on to Austin. So Austin already is not doing too well against Chavo. And a forearm. And Austin trying to eliminate Chavo Guerrero. And that's it for Chavo. And, here comes a familiar adversary of Austin, Mr. Vince McMahon. And now we'll find out if Vince has what it takes to stand up to Austin. Stunner! Stunner! The Stone Cold Stunner onto McMahon, as in typical fashion, mind you. Whipped into the corner. And now Austin's going to try to muscle him over. Oh, but McMahon got out of that situation. And now Austin's going to try to eliminate his 4th competitor in succession. Oh, but McMahon got out of it. Meanwhile, here comes Zack Ryder. Excuse me, I had something in my throat there. Hold on, let me adjust myself again. There we go. I think that's much better there. So yeah, you have Zack Ryder and a backbreaker to Vince McMahon. But, you know, Austin did mention that he was a big fan of Zack Ryder, and as well, you know, as far as his YouTube series was concerned. And right now, Zack Ryder just threw Austin over the top rope, but Austin gets back in there. Let me just adjust. Okay, there we go. A suplex to Ryder. And McMahon taking the advantage and cheap-shotting McMahon, or cheap-shotting Austin, I should say. But there is really no such thing as a cheap shot in a Royal Rumble. That is the Rumble for the gold. And here comes Ted DiBiase, and Austin once again trying to eliminate McMahon. And McMahon, no, he stayed in. A DDT to Austin. Well, oh, you know what? I just realized Ted DiBiase, or Ted DiBiase Jr., his father, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, his father, the $1 Million Man, was the manager of Steve Austin when he first broke into the WWE, and it's only fitting that his son is fighting him right now, and by him I mean Stone Cold. And Ryder trying to hold on. A suplex on the DiBiase. And, well, here comes Alex Riley, fresh off his victory of Husky Harris, and now he's pretty much a free man now. He'll no longer have to worry about Husky Harris, and he won't have to because Husky Harris doesn't make the cut in terms of the weight limit. So for now, Riley has all he has to do is another stunner to Mr. McMahon. So yeah, Riley doesn't have to worry about Husky Harris. He can just go at the other opponents at his own leisure. And out goes Zack Ryder at the hands of Ted DiBiase, so that's the first elimination by anybody other than Austin. And McMahon is going to try to get rid of Austin. And, well, here's Kofi Kingston. He was also part of that six-man tag match, or the 3-on-3 tag match against us, we four. We'll see if he can do better in this match than he did in that match because, well, he was the last man for his team. And McMahon will not go out. McMahon is just not going to go away. Sorry about the stupid camera angles, but... Okay, there we go. I think that should do it. And Austin trying to eliminate McMahon. And he finally does. Now I wonder who Austin's going to go after next. A fist drop onto Alex Riley. Whoa, and a clothesline to Kofi Kingston as he was going right after Austin. And, well, here comes John Morrison. He was a part of that tag team match against the Nexus, in which he was successful. We'll see what he does, and he's going right after Kofi Kingston. And a Hurricane Rana on Austin. Before Austin was dominating, but of course the toll it's taken on Austin is catching up with him. And now Kofi Kingston's going to try to get rid of Austin. And Austin went over the top rope, but didn't hit the floor. Now he did, and Austin is finally eliminated, but he took out 4, maybe 5 competitors. I lost count, but no, 4 of them. Okay. And Alex Riley, I don't know how he survived, but he did. Meanwhile, here comes Santino Marella, and he's going to go right up to Kofi Kingston. And, well, he tried to eliminate Kofi, but was broken up by Alex Riley. And now it's Alex Riley who's going to try to get rid of Santino. But he doesn't. Of course, I lost track in terms of what number he was, but, well, Ted DiBiase, wow, I don't know how he survived, but he did. And an uppercut to Alex Riley. I mean, I'm still shocked that Mario won the WWE Championship. For Mario, that's his second World Championship. The first one he won was at WrestleMania 2, and he's won one at Starrcade 12. And meanwhile, here comes the legend of El Paso, known as Eddie Guerrero. We saw Chavo, but he didn't fare too good against Stone Cold when he was in there. We'll see how he does. By he, I mean Eddie. We'll see how Eddie does when the ring is full. And a karate chop onto Morrison. And it looks like Alex Riley is in trouble at the hands of Marella and Morrison. But Riley stayed in there. I don't know how, but he did. But I'm going to have to stop here for part 1. Stay tuned for part 2, which is coming up right after this.